The things that are done in the name of America, the flag, and its values.
Hey, rear back, all right, call it. Stagger right. Right. Does it back down? Good. Yeah. Walk in. Out. Circle back. Help each other out. Come back here, man. Shoot. Call it again. Yeah, you man. Don't let him pass. Cycle back. That's perfect.
Now, what we saw there was the Patriot Front training camp. And what we see there is them getting ready to get busy. What's important to recognize, though, when I say get busy, they're practicing and training on getting busy with other American people, a.k.a. folks that was born on American soil. When you're doing pseudo-tactical training to deploy against other Americans at LGBTQ rallies and BLM rallies, what are we saying about the values of the American flag? And more importantly, y'all recognize how this American flag being at this space and place at this time will never bring criminality or pathology or stigma to the American flag, to the folks that's in power. Now, I want to recognize, I don't need no pause in the trade for this one right here. We see that if there was any other flag there, you feel me? The practice that was taking place there would literally be projected on to anybody in proximity to that flag. Literally pointing out, you can weaponize American values against the welfare of other Americans, and American officials don't see no issue with it. Imagine if that was a BLM flag right there, and there was a whole bunch of black and brown bodies practicing on tactics to go to a rally to protect themselves too. Imagine. Ooh, some of y'all gonna want to hear this, but those tactics you seen right there is really some of the values of America. It's centered around who we supposed to let up in here and who we supposed to keep out. May it be red coats, may it be indigenous Americans, may it be Mexicans, you feel me? Literally, the ideology of American nationalism and patriotism is always structured around excluding black and brown people. So again, I say, like I started the video, the things that are done in the name of America to protect the flag and the values that come along with this thing. And if I was to go a little bit deeper, I would say that white privilege isn't only projected onto bodies, it's also projected onto objects and symbols. We recognize that when other objects or symbols can be correlated to things or people that is not black, it's going to be criminalized on sight, especially if a few of the group did a particular thing. Now the entire group has to be held accountable for that. I.e., think about jihad and how what we do about Islamophobia and Muslims. Now think about how we just composed that with the American flag and Christian values and colonization and all the evil things that people have done in the name of protecting patriotism. And just so we're clear, the purpose of this video was to point out that even amongst Americans, the American flag and the ideas of patriotism is not the same for other people. You see what I'm saying? The way that some people define American values always already make it where they can justify putting on militaristic policing tactics on the people they see as outsiders. And them people tend to be black, brown, indigenous, gay, trans, women. You feel me? And that means something to me.